What if the most profound transformation of your life happens in complete silence? What if the moment you truly change is a moment no one else sees, hears, or applauds? Our culture has conditioned us to believe that change must be loud. We are taught to announce our goals, declare our new identities, and post our progress for the world to validate. We craft a narrative of transformation and perform it for an audience, believing that the external recognition is what makes it real. But this is a profound misunderstanding of how reality is created. The compulsion to broadcast your evolution is often a sign that the old identity is still in control, desperately seeking confirmation from the outside world because it lacks conviction on the inside. True change, the kind that alters the very fabric of your reality, is an inside job. It is a quiet, invisible shift in frequency. It is a subtle collapse of infinite potential into a new chosen reality. It's a process that needs no witnesses because it is a transaction between you and the universe itself. The external world is the last place the change shows up, not the first. It is a shadow cast by an object, and the object is your state of being. To try and change the shadow without moving the object is futile. Today, we are going to explore the physics and metaphysics of silent transformation. We will uncover why the most powerful moves are made in stillness, and how your silent internal coherence is the only force that can command the universe to rearrange itself in your favor. The solution, then, is to turn away from the audience and go within. The most authentic and lasting change is born in the quiet sanctuary of your own consciousness. It's a shift that happens on an energetic level before it ever manifests on the material plane. Think of the quantum field. This is a vast, invisible field of energy and information, holding every possibility imaginable. It is the realm of pure potential. According to quantum physics, this field of potential collapses into an experience, into what we call reality, through the act of observation. But what is the observer? The observer is your consciousness, directed by a specific frequency. Your thoughts and emotions combine to create an electromagnetic signature, a coherent signal that you are constantly broadcasting into this field. This is not a loud, boisterous process. It is a subtle, precise, and silent one. When you declare to the world, "I am becoming abundant," but internally, you are vibrating with the frequency of lack and worry, the quantum field ignores your words. It responds only to your energetic truth, your dominant frequency. Authentic transformation happens the moment you silently, and with total conviction, change your internal frequency. You decide to embody the feeling of your future reality before it has arrived. This internal shift is the cause. The change in your external world is simply the effect, the echo. A loud declaration is an attempt to convince yourself and others, but a silent shift in being is a direct command to the universe. The primary obstacle to this silent evolution is our own identity. We are not just addicted to our habits, we are addicted to the emotions of our past, which have formed our sense of self. Neuroscience confirms that the subconscious mind, which governs over 95% of our daily behaviors, thoughts, and emotional reactions, is a record of the past. To create a new future, you must change the program. This is not a matter of willpower. It's a matter of identity. Lasting change doesn't come from trying to do things differently. It comes from deciding to be someone different. When you silently decide, "I am a person who is healthy, peaceful, and whole," your actions begin to flow naturally from that new identity, not from force. The very need to announce a change is a red flag. It's a sign that the old identity is still running the show. The ego, which is the product of your past programming, thrives on external validation. When it feels itself dissolving in the face of a new identity, it panics. Its last-ditch effort for survival is to co-opt the transformation process itself, turning it into a performance. It says, "Look at me, I'm meditating. Look at me, I'm being positive." This is the old self wearing a new costume. True change is a death of the old identity. It's a process that happens in the dark, in the cocoon, where no one can see. The butterfly never posts updates from inside the chrysalis. The transformation is too profound to be documented. It must be fully experienced. So, how do we facilitate this silent, internal shift? The key is a scientific and spiritual principle called coherence. Coherence is the state of being when your thoughts are aligned with your feelings, when your heart and brain are in rhythmic harmony. When you are in a state of coherence, you broadcast a powerful, clear, and stable electromagnetic signal into the quantum field. The heart generates a magnetic field that is up to 5,000 times more powerful than the brain's. When you can think a thought of your future and simultaneously feel the elevated emotion of that future as if it were already happening, you are achieving heart-brain coherence. This is the engine of creation. The most effective tools for this are often the simplest and most private. The most powerful ritual you can perform is conscious breathing. By consciously slowing your breath, you send a signal of safety to your autonomic nervous system, moving you out of the survival state of fight or flight and into a creative state. This simple, silent act changes your brainwaves and heart rhythms, bringing you into coherence. From this state, you are no longer a victim of your reality. You are its creator. Epigenetics shows us that this change in state, this shift in your emotional signature, can signal your genes in new ways. You are literally, at a cellular level, becoming someone new, long before your bank account or your relationships get the memo. This is the science of silent change. It's not about adding more complex techniques. It's about subtracting the internal noise so your authentic, coherent signal can emerge. The greatest challenge on this path is overcoming incoherence. Most people fail to create lasting change because they send mixed signals to the universe. They might spend 20 minutes meditating on abundance, generating a coherent signal of wealth. But then, for the next 23 hours, they are consumed by thoughts of scarcity, complaining about their bills, feeling envy, and worrying about the future. This creates a chaotic, incoherent signal. The quantum field, which only responds to clarity and stability, receives a confusing message. It's like placing an order at a restaurant and then changing it every 30 seconds. You end up with nothing. This is where the principle of resonance comes in. In physics, resonance is the tendency of a system to oscillate with greater amplitude at some frequencies than at others. To create a new reality, you must consistently resonate with the frequency of that reality. You have to make the feeling of your future your new dominant state of being. Ancient spiritual traditions understood this profoundly. The Bible states, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." It doesn't say, "as a man thinks in his head," or "as a man says with his mouth." It is the thought aligned with the feeling, in the heart, that defines your being. The Vedantic philosophy teaches Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am the Absolute. It is a declaration of identity, a recognition that your core being is one with the creative force of the universe. This is a silent, internal realization, not a public performance. The work, then, is to sustain this new state. It is to subtract the static of your old self, the fear, the doubt, the judgment, so that the pure signal of your new self can radiate without interruption. Let's make this practical. Your daily work is to cultivate moments of sacred silence. This is your laboratory for transformation. For just a few minutes each day, disconnect from the external world. No phone, no television, no conversation. Simply sit with yourself, close your eyes, and instead of trying to achieve something, simply decide to be someone. Who is the person you are becoming? Don't think about what they have or what they do. Feel what they feel. Are they peaceful? Are they empowered? Are they loved? Breathe in that feeling. Let it fill every cell of your body. Make that emotion more familiar to you than any feeling of lack or fear from your past. This is the work. This is the silent ritual that rewires your brain and recalibrates your energetic signature. This is how you become the person who is a vibrational match to the reality you desire. Now, I want you to engage with this process. In the comments below, share just one word. One word that describes the feeling of the identity you are silently stepping into. Not what you want, but who you are becoming. Is it abundant, free, healthy, loved, confident? Let's fill this space with the frequencies of our new realities. By writing it down, you are not seeking validation. You are anchoring the feeling for yourself, making a silent declaration to your own subconscious mind. Your word is a tuning fork for your new reality. The most difficult part of this journey is navigating the time lag between your internal shift and its external reflection. You have done the work. You have cultivated the new state. You feel different, but you look at your bank account, your relationships, or your health report, and your senses show you the same old reality. This is the critical juncture where most people falter. They see the lack of external evidence and conclude that the process isn't working. They abandon their new state and revert to the familiar emotions of the past, thereby recreating the past over and over again. This is where understanding the observer effect becomes your greatest tool. In the famous double-slit experiment, quantum physicists discovered that particles exist in a wave of infinite possibilities until they are observed. The act of observation collapses the wave of potential into a single, concrete event. When you are constantly looking for external proof, checking your reality to see if it has changed yet, you are relentlessly observing your current reality. You are collapsing the field of potential back into the pattern you already know. Your obsession with the external proof is what keeps it from changing. The key is to withdraw your attention from the current 3D reality and place it on the unseen, on the potential within the quantum field. You must trust the internal shift more than you trust what your senses are telling you. You have to fall in love with your new internal state so much that it feels more real than the world outside. This is the essence of faith. It's not blind belief. It's a conscious decision to place your energy and attention on the reality you are creating within, until it has no choice but to manifest without. Doubt is simply the old program trying to maintain control. When it arises, see it for what it is, an echo of the past. Thank it, and gently return your focus to the feeling of your future. The most profound revolution of your life will be a silent one. It will happen in the sacred space of your own heart and mind, in the quiet coherence you cultivate between your thoughts and feelings. Your power does not lie in what you say, what you post, or what you prove to others. Your power lies in the silent, unwavering decision to become someone new. Stop performing your transformation and start embodying it. Stop looking for evidence and start being the evidence. Your new reality already exists as a vibrational potential in the quantum field. Your only work is to tune yourself to that frequency and stay there. The outside world is just a mirror, and it can take some time for the reflection to catch up to the change you have already become. Here on this channel, we explore these powerful truths, connecting the dots between ancient wisdom and modern science to help you remember the incredible creative power you hold within. This is not about wishful thinking. It is about understanding the fundamental laws of the universe and applying them consciously in your life. The greatest changes are not coming to you. They are coming from you. If this message resonated with the truth in your heart, subscribe and join our community of conscious creators. Your real work begins now, in the quiet moments that no one else sees. Go within, cultivate your new state, and watch as your world transforms around the undeniable truth of who you have become.